Going to adoration is so much power. If you haven't done it, you have to do it. And don't do it once, because at first you don't know what to do. And at this point, I never know what I'm going to do. I bring books with me, I bring notebook. Sometimes you sit there, sometimes I do writing. Like, I feel like you're called to write something down if you feel like God's talking to you. And there's times when I've been at adoration where you're almost fighting with Him. But that's still a good relationship to have with anybody and God. Just to be with Him is very special. Going all the way back to my first retreat, which was Chirp, that's where it took me 45 years. I didn't know adoration existed. So if you think it's too late, no, do it next week, do it tomorrow, do it the next hour. As busy as my work is, my schedule, it's an hour of just downtime, and just to be with God. After I figured out what it was to begin with, and before adoration, I would go to church and just sit there, and basically doing similar to adoration. Just Jesus, when you go to adoration, is in the monstrance up on the altar, and that's Jesus. He's there in the room with you, and it's amazing. He's like your best friend, and it's quiet there. You can just have time to sit and think with God, or like I said, you can write and journal if you feel like you're being called to. Just being there is enough. I'd say my favorite thing about adoration is honestly the unknown of adoration, because I bring everything with me, and I don't know what God is going to want to ask of me to do. And sometimes it's just cool to be sitting there peaceful. And like I said, it's just your downtime in life. But also just writing the adoration is just like so special. Like, there'll be times when I'm writing at adoration, and this sounds really corny, goofy, but I'll get a runny nose. But I always bring tissues with me, because when it just comes on all by itself, and I don't realize it until my nose is about dripping. I'm like, it's when I'm really deep with God, and it feels like He's right next to me. And then I realize my nose is running, like, yes, God, you're here. Yeah, that's awesome. So with my work, I'm always busy, and I always start super early in the morning. So I ended up signing us up for 4 o'clock in the morning. From 4 o'clock until 5 o'clock on Wednesday mornings, that's when I go to adoration. And when I'm gone on the road, then Vicky has to fill that slot for me. And she never cares. It's always okay. And so she'd prefer to do it at night. But everybody's got different time slots that would work for them. So, you got to figure that out on your own. But for me, 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock, I go to work. So that's kind of how it worked for me. And Vicky was just like, if you're not home, then it was meant to be that I'm supposed to be there, and I'll be there. So Vicky and I are a very good team together.
Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video to join in our mission. Special thanks to all patrons who make Passionately Catholic possible. Visit AnthonyDigmann.com for more. May God bless you abundantly, and I'll see you again in the next episode.